Welcome to Samsung Next Meets, the video series where we catch up with key players in the European tech ecosystem. Today, we are pleased to welcome Paul Hopton, CTO at Relayer.
So I'm Paul Hopton. I'm one of the co-founders and CTO at Relayer. We've built an IoT platform which we use to help help industrial customers to solve their business problems. Absolutely, it really is. We have fantastic research institutes. We have some great science going on. Obviously, particle physics is the easiest one, but across a whole range of different sciences, we generate really smart people who are trying to solve really interesting problems. So we have this kind of fantastic knowledge base and passion for solving problems here. Yeah, that's a good question. I think there's two areas I'm seeing right now. One is, I think, as we look at, particularly European thing is to be ask hard questions about privacy, data ownership. Because of our history, we have these kind of questions within us. And I think there's definitely a lot of interesting work there in the AI space. How do we take some anonymous, hard to understand algorithms and start to build methods in there where we can actually start to tell a story about how the algorithm is working? I think that's maybe one area. And the other thing, of course, is in the whole kind of farming tech area, so agriculture tech. We have this very diverse continent growing all sorts of interesting foods. Really high quality, really diverse, and I think that there's a kind of passion for eating here in Europe, and maybe that's something which I think we could. Yeah, that's interesting. If we think about tech influencers, it's really hard. Some great science people, but it's really hard to actually look at Europeans who are actually in Europe. You can think about Jan LeCun or Peter Thorn or any of these guys. They're all Europeans, but they're not here. They're over in the valley. So hard to answer. Yeah, that's an interesting question, because we have the science facilities, we have the capabilities. I don't think Europe's necessarily short of money, but somehow actually, creating the entrepreneurial opportunities that you find in the States is something we don't have here. How do you take that great science and turn it into a billion-dollar business? I think the capabilities and the willingness of culture to embrace that in the States is much stronger than here. So I think we need to look at funding. Funding is probably the key thing to look at. No more kind of very expensive, big investment projects where we have lots of companies hiring lots of interns to make something that's not useful, but actually really drive innovation. That would be fantastic.